On board Valiant Lady. If you guys don't know, I'm RacQuelle from MHFamilyAdventures, and today is a sea day. This is day 4 on board Valiant Lady. We were in where were we yesterday? Costa Maya yesterday. Today we're out at sea. We might have a change of plans for Bimini because of Hurricane Raphael. So we're out here at sea, just kind of coasting a little bit. Our captain said that he's going to slow things down because he wants the storm to pass us. So yeah, we're just kind of coasting. Welcome in, welcome in. Good morning, Miss Ryson. Appreciate you being here. Welcome in, Lauren. Appreciate you being here. Hope you guys can hear and see me okay. I probably should have brought my light, but I didn't. Got my coffee though.
Right.
Hope you guys are doing well.
Okay. Right.
Trying to get things situated. All right. So yeah, so it's been a good time. It's a sea day. We were looking at the agenda to see what was happening. There's honestly not a whole lot going on right now. A lot of wellness, a lot of fitness classes going on. I don't think there's anything. I should have brought the schedule out with me. I don't think there's anything on the schedule that I'm into until probably noon. So I figured I'd go ahead and go live and probably get some work done. And this is what I recall Virgin being the first time, where there weren't a whole lot of activities. Last night was Scarlet night, so I think after Scarlet night, it's such a long night, people sleep in. So the morning they make it very light. And probably a good thing for the crew members who are up with Scarlet night. Um, Welcome in, Miss Drake. Appreciate you being here. Good morning, Lynn. Is it Deshawn? Good morning. Living through you right now. Yeah, I hope you guys are following my stories, updates, and I've just been kind of posting what we've been getting into. If you have any questions about Virgin Voyages or Valiant Lady, feel free to drop those in the chat. We're just going to chat. I don't really have anything to talk about, but I figured that it had some downtime. I do need to get some work done, but I figured I had some downtime that I would just go live. We're expecting some rain. The captain did tell us that things could probably get rocky around noon, or he said early this afternoon. So we'll see what happens. But right now, if you didn't catch the beginning, if you're just coming in, it's a sea day. It's day 4. We were in Costa Maya yesterday. Today we are out at sea. Tomorrow we're scheduled for Bimini, but the captain already said that there's a strong chance we'll either be. Thank you so much. Yes, guys, please like this live stream. The captain did say that we'll either be really delayed or we may not make it there. I'm losing reception. Guys, if I start getting fuzzy or keep breaking up, let me know. Um, Favorite specialty dining. So, first thing, if you are cruising in March, make sure you set a calendar alert to make your reservations 45 days before your cruise because they will release most of them. It's like 80% of the reservations they release in advance. So, you would need to set a calendar 45 days before your cruise to get right on to do it. I recommend doing it at midnight. If you are somebody like me, I have preferred dining times. Like I want to eat around 6 o'clock because that's what we do at home. So if you have a preferred time, you want to make sure you get on the app as soon as you can, right at midnight, because they will sell out fast. And make your reservations. If you don't make your reservations or can't get the times that you want, they will open up like 20% of them once you get on board. But again, you still have to be pretty quick to get those reservations. But my favorite dining, I like Gunday. Ooh, ooh. Sorry, guys. It just started pouring all of a sudden. Let's go inside. It came down so fast. Hold on.
Oh, that's the reason we're passing over the dark cloud.
Oh, yeah, we're passing over the dark cloud. All right. Sorry, change of plan. We're going to go inside. It happened all of a sudden. I knew we were getting ready. I wasn't expecting it right then. All right, hold on. I got to find a quiet spot because it's loud everywhere. You want to sit in here or do you want to sit? It is cold. Do you want to go to our normal spot? Okay, guys. Sorry, bear with me for a second. Gotta change of plan. Let me get my stuff together. Then I'll answer that question. There's just loud music playing everywhere. All right, we're gonna walk for a second. Thank you for those of you tuning in. and being flexible as. And guys, the other issue we're having is that it's hard to find comfortable seating. Um, there's all types of different seating options across the ship, but it's like everything has an issue with it. It's either the back's not high enough, the seat is extremely low. That's a common problem. Yeah, is it cold here to you? Or do you want to sit out a regular spot over there? Yeah, I mean everyone's still asleep anyways. Oh, I'll go over here too. Uh, yeah, I'll come over here. That's fine. All right, so let me reposition. Mm, I can go right here. I'll make it work. All right, let me get set up again. Yeah, let me do that. But welcome into you guys. Hope you guys are doing well on this Wednesday, I think. On this Wednesday. Right now I'm at the roundabout. Let me turn the camera around so you guys can see. And everyone's still asleep. Whew. And now it looks like it's clear outside. Quick downpour. Yeah. So right now I'm here at the roundabout. This is where a lot of this is like the atrium. So roundabout. This is our favorite spot. There's Sister Auntie Cheryl right there, and then that's our favorite spot to sit. We have a bar here. Yeah. So I'm just gonna park it here and chat with you guys for a little bit. And there's your shore desk if you're gonna book shore excursions. And I'll get back to that question that was asked. Let me just get my tripod set up. All right, there we go. All right, so the question was asked about specialty dining and my favorite specialty dining. I would say I really liked Gunday, but the issue with Gunday, it's so loud in there. Um, so if you don't like loud noise, it's a very, they have like 30 tables, which if you guys aren't familiar with Gunday, it is Korean barbecue. And um, so it's shared seating. So you will be sitting with others and it can get really loud because it's like a party environment. And then they give you shots and things when you play this game. But my favorite, um, Gun Bay was very interesting. I did like that. I actually liked the wake. We had the wake last night, which was the steakhouse. The steak was really good. So far, that's probably been my favorite. We had Razzle Dazzle for morning, and it was better than the last time. Still not my favorite, but it was pretty good. Um, Tonight we have Pink Agave, which is a Mexican restaurant. We had Extra Virgin. Extra Virgin is probably my least favorite so far. But welcome into everyone here. Let's see. We're going, yeah, I'm doing their 2 night cruise in a couple of weeks. I want to try them out, but with the short one, I will be on board as well. So I'll see you on board. Are you doing the 23rd? Welcome in, Lady Virgo. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, I I think the 2 night cruise though honestly is a little too short to really get a feel for things because you have to remember Virgin, you might have to move from here. My attention span, like the music's blasting in my ear, and I'm like, um, with Virgin, like you don't board till late, so it's like by the time you board, it's almost dinner time. You go to dinner, you have sail away, unless there's stuff going on in the evening, but it's you're gonna be so tired that first day, and then the second day is a sea day. They're gonna have activities and things, so it's kind of hard to really get a feel for it. I think in 2 days, but I mean, it'll give you a very quick a taste test for Virgin. Um, Welcome in, Satin Jazz Lady. Appreciate you being here. Shout out to our channel members here watching. I hope you guys can hear me. Is that music too loud? Yeah, if you have any other questions about Virgin Voyages, feel free to ask. And yeah, overall, we're still having a really good time. Welcome in, babe. Welcome in. Um, Cheryl said you need to be at work. But no, overall, we're having a good time. Still pretty much the same as my first pop in. No big complaints. You know what? We do have a couple of complaints. Not major, but there is like a downshift in like the service. We were talking about, so if you guys don't know with Virgin Voyages, like your gratuities and things, everything's included in your cruise fare. And I personally noticed that there's a different level of service when the crew, they know they have to work for the gratuities. This is not a cruise line where you're going to come on board and dispute your gratuities and cancel those out or not pay them. It's just not. It's built into your cruise fare. And I think when people, um, I think it's the mindset of I'm going to get paid regardless. The service, and it's not the case for we had like an amazing crew member this morning at Razzle Dazzle, but literally like Cheryl was trying to get bar service a couple different times, and she was waving people down and they wouldn't come over. um, Yesterday, and like we were just kind of watching some of the bartenders, they aren't like coming up to you asking do you want to drink, they're just kind of circling and walking, which some people would appreciate because they don't want to be bothered. But if you're on a cruise line like Carnival, they're going to keep coming over to you and asking, hey, do you want a drink? At least check in once. um, so we just kind of see that kind of happening, and I think part of that is, you know, we're going to get our gratuities regardless, which I think you should tip. But I do think it changes the quality of service sometimes. Um, Also, with our cabin, um, so something new about Virgin is if you don't put on your clean up the cabin, it doesn't happen. So it's not a standard. We come in every day. You have to actually press the button to make sure you have a room steward come in, and if you don't, then your cabin doesn't get clean. The issue we've had in our cabin is that they don't have enough wash rags on the ship, and so the first 3 days, we literally just got wash rags yesterday. We had like dish towel, like hand towels, and then Virgin always puts makeup rags on your vanity. So like whoever, we don't wear makeup, but you clean your makeup and it's a towel designed for makeup, and it actually says makeup written on it. That's all we had in our cabin. So we asked our room steward, we're like, hey, can we get some washcloths? And he said, you have the makeup rag. And I'm like, that says for makeup, that's for you to wash your face. And he's like, oh well, I'll have to go to the laundry to see if we have any because we were out. I'm like, how are you out of washcloths? So it took till last night. So we didn't have washcloths. We were using the makeup rags. Um, and for me, it's like, how are you short on those things? Ron said wash rag. Like, how are you short on those things? And it did. It took until last night for us to get actual washcloths. Um, let's see. Welcome in Melva and welcome in Michelle Peace. It's always a pleasure to see you. Thanks for being here. Kiki says looking to book on Valiant Lady for a girls cruise. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, there's a lot of like groups, people celebrating all kinds of things. So I think this makes for a really good girls trip. But I was chatting with someone else. I think it was Edna from Edna's World. She popped in last time and she said it was kind of hard to organize and arrange for the group because there were limited activities during the day. Which, like I said, right now there's like nothing going on that we are of interest in. Um, it's all like fitness workout. They have the 80s VHS tape workout going on right now. They have some stretching and yoga, things like that. Um, that's not what I'm here for, but a lot of people are. Um, let's see. But yeah, I think Valiant Lady makes for a great girls cruise. Welcome in, Landon C. Appreciate you being here. Queen Williams says, I really want to try Virgin Voyages, but I love Carnival. It does not look like fun, is it? So you have to change your mindset. And I'm going to release my old Virgin series again as a movie so you guys can see my first impressions of Virgin from 2 years ago compared to now. It's fun, but it's a different type of fun. It's more relaxation for me. So now that I have the mindset of it's not going to be back to back to back activities like Carnival, you're not going to have the same pool parties and pool, activities or activities across the ship. It's a totally different atmosphere because I know that and I understand that now. I know how to come on board and have a good time regardless. But if you are a person that, you're like gung ho, like I love Carnival, I only want to cruise Carnival, it's going to be a struggle that first cruise because you're trying to figure out like there's some things that I keep using the word weird and I shouldn't use that word, but things that are unique about this ship. Like we had Scarlet Night last night, which Scarlet Night is, I still don't know what the purpose is, but they try to explain to you what Scarlet Night is. Everyone wears red. They have like a dance party in the roundabout, and then it goes out to the pool deck, and then they have activities throughout the ship. but I don't get what the activities are for. They had like a fake wedding for Scarlet night. It's just real quirky. Some people are entertained by that quirkiness. I'm not necessarily. So it's a different kind of fun. Where I said before that it felt more frat like a frat party. This feels less frat party like, but it still has some of those elements. So like the Scarlet Night party with people jumping in the pool fully clothed, like that gives me the sense of a frat party. Um, for some people, that's fun. Some people watching on is fun. So it depends on your definition of fun. If you're going to find this fun, they do have some activities. Now, what I found fun and entertaining was bingo. Surprisingly, um, they have oh my gosh, the diva who's a drag queen, and the diva does bingo, and it is so entertaining. Seen for me that was fun. Some people would be offended by that. Some people would think it's not fun, but the diva packed the house for bingo because the diva's fun. Um, so really, it just depends on your definition of fun. This is not at all like Carnival or Royal Caribbean. It's a totally different cruise line. So you really have to come into it with an open mind. It's not going to work for everyone. Some people are going to absolutely hate it, like I did my first time. Um, would this be my first? If I was given a free cruise and they said you could pick a cruise line of your choice, would this be my choice? Absolutely not. Not at all. Even Cheryl said she was like she likes it. She would do it again, but she knows what to expect. Like she knows she's not going to um, have the back-to-back activities. It's really a relaxation cruise. Like I'm relaxed. I'm enjoying just kind of being. A lot of their activities will happen later in the evening, and that's my issue. Is I wake up early and I go to bed early, and so some of the activities don't start till 11 o'clock, and I'm like, I'm that's way past my bedtime. I was miserable last night waiting up for Scarlet night. Yeah, I was miserable because I was so tired. So it depends on what you think, what you define as fun. It is not Carnival at all. If I had a choice today to pick between Virgin Voyages and Carnival, me personally, I'm picking Carnival because of the type of fun. It's more family friendly fun. I love kids. I love families. Not that I don't like adults, or not. Yeah, I do like adults. Some adults. So, it's I like that atmosphere better than this atmosphere, but this isn't bad. I think sometimes it's nice to have that break. Um, so yeah, so it really depends on your version of fun. Welcome in, Marjorie. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, try. Yeah, you have to try it at least once, and maybe that 2 day option is a really good. You know, I'm considering the late embarkation. Um, by the time we unpacked our cabin, it was time, and then sail away, and then I think Cheryl went to bed. I wound up going to a show. So, and the shows are not your typical, like theatrical shows. They're just pretty random, and it's really hard to describe. You just have to watch some vlogs. Welcome in, Paul says, "Ahoy, sailor." Melba says, "I travel with disposable ones." When I'm out of the country, I travel with them. I just haven't really needed them on other cruise lines, and it's like I've never experienced that other than MSC where they didn't have washcloths. And he said that they have them. They just didn't have them in our cabin. I guess they pick and choose who has them and who doesn't. But he said use the makeup rag. I'm like, um, let's see. I guess I actually call them rags, but Ron tells me they're washcloths. I call them all rags. That's why he's asking what's a wash rag. 'Cause I'm trying to be politically correct. uh, well, a certain group of people don't use those. I work for a textile company and they just don't. Yeah, yeah, yep, I understand that, but I do. So, and I need one. And he said they have them. They just didn't have any. I guess they were short. So pack your own. Welcome in, Carla. Welcome in, LF McKinley. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in, Original JT. Appreciate you being here. Michelle says your description of what to expect and the vibe on Virgin Voyages is spot on. Yeah, and again, it's not a bad thing. Um, I'm enjoying it a lot more. Like I was miserable the last cruise. Like a day and a half in, I was ready to go home. Am I ready to go home now? Like I could go home. I could go home, but I don't have to go home. Let me try to angle this camera so they're not in the way. Um, actually, I'm gonna move over here. I don't want to have people in the background. Woo! I know. Yeah, I'm gonna move over here. All right, just gonna come over here. Oh, hello. Um, just moving all about. Like it's like people are finally waking up. So let me angle it this way. Yeah, it looks like it's back sunny outside now. So yeah, it's there's music everywhere. So um, yeah, it's really hard to describe it. It is not carnival. It's not Royal Caribbean. So if that's what you like, that's what you love. It's not that. So now the ladies get up, of course. Um, Miss Penny says I tried Virgin twice and it is not the cruise for me. I felt like I was on a mushroom trip with the activities. Hmm, that might be a good way to describe it. I say weird, but it's weird could be offensive to some. It's not my style. When you have to like look around like, well, what's going on? Yeah, mushroom effect for sure. For sure. That's a really good way of describing it. Um, yeah, the whole Scarlet night. I was trying to get a better sense of it last night. Um, I just couldn't. I was trying to figure out what was going on, like the whole wedding concept. I was like, are they really getting married or not? But then they start talking about KFC chicken and eating chicken thighs, and that's how they met. It was just, I was like, okay, I don't get it. But yes. So now, would I get back on Virgin Voyages? Yes, I would. But I would have to get. I would never do this solo. This would not be something I would do solo. Um, I would probably have to be on with a group or like a ladies trip or just like me and Ron or I I wouldn't come solo. But I do know a lot of people that are solo cruisers that enjoy Virgin. It's just I couldn't do it solo. She's actually liking it. She knows it's different. She's only cruised Carnival and Celebrity. Celebrity's her favorite. Well, she loves Carnival's vibe, but she enjoyed Celebrity's food and things. Um, she's enjoying it, but like right now, there's nothing going on, and she's just kind of like, okay, well, what do we do? And there was bingo scheduled for today, but it's not on the schedule anymore. There's also a lot of upcharge events, and it seems like they added some of those on. And I think because we're expecting to have another sea day tomorrow, um, that so they have like different tastings. They have like an art class, and a lot of things are an upcharge. And like, I'm not paying anything extra. And that's the other thing too with Virgin. And some people want to with me on this. Is I feel like they say we're the only cruise line that includes your essential beverages. We include your gratuities. We include your specialty dining, this and that. But for me, it's like the specialty dining for me is not really specialty. It's just a different dining room. So it's kind of similar to Celebrity, where they have some of their ships. They have 3 or 4 different dining rooms, and each dining room specializes in a different type of food. So you might have your Italian food here. You might have your um, um, you might have seafood or something here. I think it's the same concept. It's not really specialty dining. When the specialty dining restaurants are as large as a regular dining room, it's a regular dining room. You're just labeling it as specialty dining, is my thought. The food is good, but for me, it's not necessarily specialty level. It's it's better than your standard cruise food, but it's not like specialty dining. Also, they include like essential beverages like sodas and things. But keep in mind, the sodas are off the tap, and I have yet to find a tap that was good. And you guys will see this in the vlogs. Like the Coke is either completely almost clear, it has no fizz to it. So, like they're doing included drinks, but the drinks aren't good. Um, they have tea, so the tea's been good. They have flavored waters that are better than the sodas and things. Um, so it's like they say we have everything included, But then when you look at the agenda, and I'll show you, I'll maybe put it in my stories. If you look at the agenda, there's like 9 different things that are an upcharge, and so it's like, yeah, everything's included, but now you're gonna have to pay to have a good time on a sea day. Like, I'm not really with that. But yeah, she's enjoying herself. But right now we're like, okay, what do we do? We don't want to go to the casino because, guys, if you don't know, they charge 7% to charge anything to your room in the casino. 7% is a lot. I've never been on a cruise line, I think, that charged anything. So you have to bring enough cash in order to play. So once you're tapped out, you're tapped out. And we noticed the first night of the cruise, the casino was packed. And every time we go in there now, there's only a few people. And I think it's because people are tapped out of cash. And 7% to gamble is ridiculous. Um, Welcome in, Game Changer. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you guys all being here. Um, Landon C says you hit it on the head. Group trips are better on Virgin. I can see that. There's a lot of groups on board. Mm-hmm. Yep, I could definitely see that. So, let's see. Strike says, are there some relaxing, quiet places outside your room? There's music, not in the inside. There's music being played pretty much everywhere. So there's going to be a lot of voiceovers for this vlog because otherwise I'll get a copyright strike. So like right now you can hear the music playing. Um, if you go like outside where I just ran in from when it was raining, on deck 6, deck 6, no, deck 7. There's some outside seating there. It's very comfortable seating. It's quiet there. There's no music, but pretty much every lounge, every area, every public area has music, and it's loud. It's blasting. You could go to the dock, which is on the aft of the ship. It's usually relatively quiet there. You could go there. The pool deck always has music going. Not always blasting though. It was blasting last night for Scarlet night, but like during the day, it's kind of lower. The DJ's not as it's not as loud, but it's hard to find a quiet spot. There's a lot of music playing everywhere. Welcome in, Angie. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for specifying the specialty dining part. I had been wondering about that. Yeah, I mean it's good, but um, they're saying it's you get specialty dining free. No, it's just factored into the cost of your cruise, and all of the dining, all the specialty dining restaurants are huge. So it's not like a typical steakhouse where you might only have 15 tables. You're gonna have 50 tables on, in these restaurants here, which is fine. Um, but for me, it's like we're just calling it specialty dining, but it's just a unique dining room. Says, how many times have you been on the casino? I was in the casino yesterday. I had $30 cash on me, and that's all the casino got because I'm not being charged 7%. Yeah, the doghouse is nice, but the issue with the doghouse again is the seating options. The seats are literally on the floor, and I'll show you guys later. Actually, it's in the vlog because Cheryl pointed it out. There's seats that are almost to the floor. Um, and then they have higher seats, which are fine, but there's no cushion or anything, so it's uncomfortable. They do have like the day beds, which I do think is a nice touch for Virgin, although I'm not one to lay on a day bed. They have a lot of day beds and places that you can, just lounge and relax and lay out in outside of the pool deck, which can get packed during the day. So I do like the dock area. That is really nice. But yeah, I just feel like the seating is not comfortable across the ship. It's either too low, too hard. We were at Razzle Dazzle this morning and the bench was like that narrow. So it's like, everything's hanging off the bench. But welcome in, Dr. Thomas. Appreciate you being here. Welcome in, Travel with Will and Paul. WP Travel says, ahoy, how are you loving it? They just got off, Valiant Lady, correct? You guys were off right before I came on. So far, no major complaints. Having a way better time than I did 2 years ago when I was on Scarlet Lady. So that's always a good thing. So like I said, no major complaints, but like I said, people want to hear, my thoughts, my feedback, especially since I didn't like it the first time. Overall, it's still really good. I can see why some people, love Virgin. I actually have some clients that won't cruise, like they've stepped on Virgin Voyages and they won't cruise any other cruise line because they absolutely love Virgin Voyages. Um, I'll be honest, I can cruise Virgin again. I don't have to cruise Virgin again. Like if it happens, I'm good. If it doesn't happen, I'm good too. So, but I do love how inclusive Virgin is. Um, and when I speak inclusive, um, they are probably the top cruise line that's accepting um, and embraces the LGBTQ plus community. So you see a lot of that. You can feel the love all over the ship. Um, so I do appreciate that because I actually get questions from clients asking those questions. You guys won't believe, like, people are like, well, are they friendly to me? And I'm like, I would say Virgin is probably more so than any other cruise line. Um, so I do appreciate that. I also appreciate the demographics. I think there's a wide range of ages. Like when I look at cruise ships, I would say age wise, Virgin is probably more, outside of the fact there's no children. They probably have a wider range of age than any cruise line I've been on. Like literally, you see people that are 18 up to like 90. Um, and actually, I say 90. There was a couple in one of the shows that's 85. So I think they have a really nice age range. Of course, there's no children on board though. A travel with Will Impulses, yes, for the Halloween sailing. It was our second sailing on Valiant. You guys be sure to check out Travel with Will and Paul because they have Virgin content or will have Virgin content. So be sure to check them out. It's always nice to get perspectives from others because, like I said, there's some people that absolutely love Virgin. There's some that hate it. There's some, like, I'm kind of at this point, I'm in the middle. Like, I like them, but I don't have to cruise on them again. I will be cruising on them again, but I don't have to, if that makes sense. Lauren says, have you done Disney at all? Yes, we did Disney Dream July 2022, I think, or 2023. We will do Disney again, but it probably won't be the whole family because Disney, guys, the cost of Disney is high. For a family of five, it's just for me not worth it. The boys aren't into Disney at all, so if anything, it might be me and Joe, or maybe me, Joe, and Ron. The boys just aren't. We take that back. Andrew's probably still into Disney, so we'll see. Um, yes, I do want to get back on Disney to give them another try, but I'll be honest, I thought Disney was overrated too for the price. If you're not a Disney fanatic, a Disney cruise is like the food for me. I thought was overrated. It was good, but it was overrated. Um, I don't really care to see Mickey or Minnie, but of course the kids do, or Joe did at the time. So that's exciting for me to see them excited. But me, I don't care about Mickey, Minnie, or anybody. So um, let's see. So yeah, we will get back on Disney at some point. We'll see. But Disney's very expensive. Says love the diversity. Thank you for the shout out. We will definitely be posting new content soon on Facebook. Absolutely. Yeah, the diversity is top notch for sure. Just across all ethnicities, age, lifestyles. Yeah, definitely very diverse. Welcome in, Jonathan. Appreciate you being here. He said, hope your experience is good. Yeah, overall, it's been good. It's been good. Today is a C day. Um, and it's going to probably be a very quiet sea day. So I may not even vlog much. I may just vlog. I did vlog Razzle Dazzle. I'll probably vlog the Mexican restaurant Pink Agave, but it's not a whole lot going on, honestly. There's a couple things happening after 12. So it's like people are still asleep. And I've been up since like 5:30. so so if you're an early riser, just know it's going to be across the ship. Fellow content creators, you don't have to get up at 5 a.m. to do a ship tour. You can do it at 8:30. People are still asleep. so, um, yeah, so there's not a whole lot going on today. And we're scheduled to be in Bimini tomorrow, but it sounds like we will either be really delayed or canceled. Right now, our captain is slowing the vessel down to let uh, Hurricane Raphael pass. And then we're going to try to make way to Bimini, but he said we'll probably be really delayed or we may be canceled. How did you feel about Scarlet Night? Somebody said somebody said it before. It's kind of like you think you're on mushrooms. Um, I love seeing people have fun. So I loved watching people dancing and having fun during the Scarlet Night party. But the whole Scarlet Night thing, I still don't understand where it comes from. And they did have two sessions, um, like quick 15-minute talking about what Scarlet Knight means and Scarlet Lady and the mythology behind that. I still don't get it. Like I couldn't explain to my viewers what Scarlet Lady's for and what it means. It just feels like a bunch of randomness to me. So there's something that I'm missing. So I'm probably gonna have to go watch your vlogs because maybe you have a better understanding of it. It just feels like a bunch of randomness. Um, they had dancers dancing to Scarlet Night song here in the roundabout. Then they had like a photo booth. They had like karaoke. They had dance parties in different spots of the ship, or music playing in different spots of the ship. They had like a glam station where you can go get, glitter and stuff on. They had I guess, a fake wedding. I didn't get it. So, but the actual Scarlet Night party, the pool party, was fun. It's fun to watch, um, because the performers are really good. I do feel like it wasn't as energetic as when I was on Scarlet Lady. The one on Scarlet Lady was extremely energetic. I do think at that point they were filming a commercial or something, so that might have had something to do with it. But um, yeah, so Scarlet Night isn't bad. It's just I don't really understand the hype of it. People were having a good time. I mean, it was packed. The roundabout decks were packed, so people were having a good time. I enjoy seeing people have a good time. Autobot Diva says still haven't been on Virgin. Yeah, give them a try. Jonathan says his Auntie Cheryl having a good time. She is. I don't know where she went. She just disappears. But yeah, she's having a good time. She she loves the diva. So the diva is a drag queen on board. So she loves the diva. We were hoping that the diva was going bingo again today, but it doesn't look like she is. And yeah, she's enjoying the different experience. It's different, so you know, trying different things can be exciting because for me, this is my 61st cruise. And so for me, it's exciting because I'm not vlogging the same carnival, the same Royal Caribbean. It's something different. So for me, it's exciting. But yeah, so she's having a good time. Yeah. Miracle Man Adventures, welcome and says, you're back on Virgin. Yay. Yep, I am. And I will release my original Scarlet Lady series as a movie. I started uploading it, it got all the way to 99% and it stopped. So I don't know what happened with the processing. So I'll have to do it when I get off the ship. So I'll release that first and then I'll release my new vlogs. So you guys can kind of compare what my thoughts were with Scarlet Lady compared to this one. And it's definitely way better for this one. And I don't, honestly, I don't think it's because the cruise line has changed. I think my mindset has shifted, and I think that has to happen in life. Like your mindset can't stay the same. And so I think 2 years ago I was in a different place, and I wasn't as understanding, I guess, um, or open to trying new things. And so now 60, back then that was like my ninth or 10th cruise 2 years ago. Now I'm at 61, so it's like, yeah, I need something different, something to change things out. Um, I heard the rooms can be a little small. The rooms are small. The hammock, guys. I'm actually impressed with the hammock. If you guys have been following me from the very beginning, you would know I have this thing with hammocks. One of our first family cruises, we were at Coco Cay, and I got in a hammock, and literally, it's my first time in a hammock. As soon as I got into it, I flipped. So that was one of our first viral moments, is me flipping out of a hammock. And so I had this thing with hammocks. So for me, I was like, I'm not getting in that hammock because it probably doesn't hold my weight. Then I was like, I've seen and heard of videos of people in those hammocks, and I was kind of icky about that. Um, and so I was like, I'm not getting in that hammock. Well, the first cruise I didn't. This time, Cheryl and I were just sitting out on the balcony. I'm like, let me try out this hammock. So I got in it, and it does hold my weight. It holds it well. And so I was like, this is kind of comfortable. Um, so I just sat in it kind of as a swing. And then eventually I wound up laying fully out in the hammock. It's comfortable and I like it. So I probably will be out the hammock later on today. But the cabin is small. It's smaller than most cruise lines, particularly the bathroom. The bathroom, there's barely turning room in the bathroom. Um, Yeah, I also don't like the shower head because the shower head is only a rain shower. So you get the rain shower and then you get the handheld little nozzle thing. I don't like the rain shower. I don't want my hair getting soaked every time I take a shower. So bring a shower cabinet for cruising Virgin. So not a fan of that. Um, the beds are hard. The hammock is more comfortable than the beds. The beds are pretty firm. Not as hard as Scarlet Lady. Scarlet Lady, it was like sleeping on wood. Um, they're very, very firm. So if you have issues with very, very firm beds, you might not like it. But other than that, there's no major complaints with the cabin. It is small. Um, but we were able to make it work. I think it's uncomfortable though if you're cruising with somebody you're not really close with because you have to sleep head to head. So the beds aren't parallel to one another. They are one bed's here, one bed is here. So head, and some people won't like that. But yeah, the hammock is pretty cool. If you are someone that enjoys the balcony, I think the hammock is a really nice touch. I'm just curious to know how often they wash those. So spray some Lysol, do something to them. Um, Travel with Will and Pasta. We thought it was out on our first sailing. I'm not sure everyone fully understands it. It's definitely different. Yeah, I'm gonna ask somebody like, what is the Scarlet Night again? And we were listening on to both of those sessions where they were talking about Scarlet Night and Scarlet Lady. I still don't get it. Yeah, bingo, guys, hands down. Virgin has the best bingo program, the best. Um, Not only was it entertaining because you had the diva entertaining, telling jokes, singing. Um, I was honestly surprised that, like, literally the red room, which is the theater, was like almost every seat was full, and I'm like, I've never seen bingo this full. So I was like, okay, maybe this is really good. Diva came out, took the show. It was amazing. Not only that, they have really, really high payouts compared to other cruise lines. So like the first game, I think the payout was like $600. Then it moved up to, I don't know, 1,500, and then there were four games. I think like 1,500, then maybe 2,100, and then the jackpot was like 2,900. Like that's unheard of on a cruise line. So we were hoping that there was another bingo today. It was on the schedule. It got changed, I guess. But we absolutely love bingo. Says I noticed on Virgin the cast and DJs would sit and eat with us and chat. That's another difference. They interact with the passengers. They do. They do. And that's something that's different from when I first sailed with them. When I first sailed with Virgin, they didn't have uniforms. It was they were in regular clothes and they had a name tag. And so I had issues trying to figure out who was a crew member and who was a guest. So it's hard to get assistance or whatever because I didn't know who was who unless I really looked for that name tag. Now, most of them have some sort of shirt or uniform or something that says Virgin or whatever, so you can kind of tell who's who. It wasn't like that when I was on Scarlet Lady. We had to really try to figure out who was who. But they do, they interact. They have a lot more, I don't want to say freedom, but yeah, you see the crew a lot more enjoying activities and out and about than other cruise ships. Like I think other cruise lines, they're not even allowed to eat with, paying passengers. They have to eat in um, the crew quarters or whatever you call it. So yeah, I do like that. But I'll be honest, I don't think the service on Virgin is better than other cruise lines. I just don't. The service isn't bad. I just don't think it's. I feel like they already know that their gratuities are included, so I'm gonna do my job, but I'm not gonna go above and beyond. That's just kind of our vibe that we're getting. Like I said, we will watch, and I have it on camera too. We'll watch waiters just kind of keep just circling and not asking anyone, not like, hey, can I get you a drink? Do you want anything? It's not. We're just gonna keep circling around. Um, but yeah, so the cast and the DJs, yeah, they're all. I mean, I think everyone's been friendly. There hasn't been any big issues, but I wouldn't say the service is top notch. Travel with Will Impulses. I can't tell how many times I've been sprayed in the face turning on the shower. Yeah, yeah, I'm not a fan of it. We do have a mattress topper. Yeah, and it's still firm. Yep, yep, it's still firm. Welcome in, Cassine. Appreciate you being here. Welcome in, Red Afro. Says, hey, they're listening from work and taking it all in. Absolutely. Um, so yeah, so again, not my. I'm enjoying it. Still not my cruise line of preference. It's just not. And I'll be very honest with this, but again, I have lots of family, friends, clients, viewers, subscribers, supporters that this is definitely their vibe. It's just I know I can go sit and chill and get some work done and relax, have a drink. That's the other thing. The drinks for me are too much. I'm not a I drink, but I'm not a huge drinker. Um, I feel like everything is just alcohol based. Everything is just a ton of alcohol, which is good. A lot of people will be like, "Yeah, I'm paying for this bar tab. I want to get my drinks worth. I want to make sure there's liquor in there." I'm the opposite. Like, I want liquor in it. Like, I want to get a little tipsy, a little buzz, but I don't want it to be like I'm drinking shot after shot. And that's how I feel like a lot of the drinks are. So they're giving you your money's worth for the drinks, and they're a good price. Like, most drinks are $11 to $13. They're just way too strong for me. Like, nothing is like fruity or it's just like shot after shot. Um, which cruise line beds do you like best? I'll be honest. When I was just on Sun Princess last week, Sun Princess has the best bed that I've not Princess Cruises. Sun Princess had the most comfortable bed that I've ever had on a cruise ship. But I would say overall, if I had to pick a cruise line for comfortable beds, it would go to Carnival. I think Carnival has the best beds. Royal Caribbeans are terrible. MSCs are hit and miss. Holland America was pretty comfortable, but Princess, Prince Sun Princess was the most comfortable bed I've slept in. But Carnival overall probably has the most comfortable. They do have fresh juices. They have them. I can't think of the name of the place. I think there's two different spots. One on the pool deck and one someplace else. They are an upcharge. So when they say essential drinks included, essential drinks for them would be just like most cruise lines, with the exception of the flat sodas that you can get. So you're gonna get your hot tea, your coffee, your uh, non-bottled water. You're gonna get juice like lemonade. They do have some flavored waters like apple water, pineapple water, things like that. And then you get soda. So really, the only other thing when they say essential drinks included would be the sodas, but the sodas just aren't good. They're not canned. You can't get a canned soda. It's tap, and the tap is either doesn't have any carbonation or no I like. But yeah, there are some fresh juices, but those are you have to pay for those. It says best drink I've had on the ship is an ante up at the casino bar. Might check it out tonight. The best drink that I had on board, I try something new each time. I don't even know. It just all been strong. Welcome in, and Stuart, appreciate you being here. It says I'm the same way. Wine is my drink of choice. Yeah, they have plenty of wine, and it's like each bar. So if you are someone that likes to drink, each bar has a different menu. So a lot of people would like to just kind of bar hop and try the different drinks at the different bars. For me, it's kind of hard to figure out what's good. I don't know. I'm not a huge drinker. I like to try them just to try them, but just hasn't been. Yeah. So right now they have a coloring class going on, and it's not your typical coloring. It's you actually walking up to a canvas and you color it. So, oh, you know what? My sister had the sangria and she said it was good. I'll have to try that. Thanks, Lisa. She did say that was good, and she's not a sangria. She wants she wants to have shots, but the shots are $15. So keep that in mind. And also, Virgin does allow you to bring on 2 bottles of wine per cabin. So a lot of people don't know that. They think, you know, like some cruise lines allow it, but they do allow you to bring on 2 bottles of wine per cabin and a case of sodas. Welcome in, Queen Gemini. Yeah, they are strong. So especially at Pink Agave, what's your favorite restaurant so far? We're going to Pink Agave tonight, and our waiter this morning said make sure you get some tequila from there. I love tequila, so I'll be doing that. Favorite restaurant so far has been the Dock, the Dock House. Steakhouse last night was really good. Surprisingly, I did not like it on Scarlet Lady. Um, yeah, it was really the steak was perfect. I'm a ribeye eater. They don't have ribeye on the menu, but they had a New York strip and it was seasoned. They had the roasted garlic on the side. It was perfect. Perfect temperature, no issues at all. Um, Also went to Extra Virgin. Extra Virgin was my least favorite so far. It was very salty. It was good, but the food, everything was overly salted. Um, where else did we go? I love Gun Bay. Gun Bay is just really loud, and I think it was almost sensory overload on embarkation day. Um, and sometimes my attention span, I just can't focus. So it was like you have all these tables, and people are yelling Gun Bay, and there's dishes clapping. It was just a lot on embarkation day. So um, Travel with Will and Paul said, I saw you had the shrimp and grits. It's so good. You know, I honestly didn't care for it. I didn't care for the shrimp and grits. That was the one thing we didn't eat from from the doghouse. And that's probably because I'm kind of biased. I make a really good shrimp and grits. Um, so I'm a little bit biased there. And if you guys don't know, New Orleans is my favorite city, and actually I'll be in New Orleans next week. so um, yeah. So yeah, we didn't care for those. It says maybe someone will do a summer Virgin group cruise and I can try a ship. Darn school. I can tell you this: I will not be doing a Virgin group cruise. I just couldn't. Again, like I said, I will cruise on them again. I will cruise on them if I'm part of someone else. I will join someone's group cruise on Virgin. I will cruise like as a small girls group on Virgin. I wouldn't plan my own cruise on Virgin. I wouldn't do that. Let me take that back. I could for the Mediterranean. I could do it for the Mediterranean because I am looking to do a 2026 girls trip to the Mediterranean. So yes. Well, I'm going to have to come down to Columbus and try. Are you guys in Ohio? I think you might have mentioned that before. Yeah, but no, I would not. I would not plan a group cruise on Virgin. Not for us. It's just like I said. I can cruise with them. It's still just not my style. So I can't. It's hard for me to host a group on something that I'm still kind of like, oh, what is Scarlet Night? Like, what is, I don't understand. So I wouldn't. I wouldn't. But they have a nice Mediterranean itinerary. So that's where, oh, you guys are in Cleveland. Awesome. I think you mentioned that before. Yeah, so just what, 2 hours away? Um, yeah, I've had a few people ask me about doing a group on Virgin. I just feel like there's not enough daytime activities, and I would have to entertain a lot. And if you guys don't know, we're doing group cruises and things. I'm truly an introvert, and people don't believe me. I'm an introvert, so that would stress me out having to entertain people during the day because there's not a lot of activities happening. So, um, yeah, so no, probably wouldn't do that. I need the natural, entertainment built in. But yeah, if you have any other questions about Virgin, feel free to ask. I'm gonna try to find something to do here, but I know I have some work to do. And then, guys, if you want to book Virgin, I do have a link that you can use to book Virgin. If you book anything outside of the lock-it-in rates, you're gonna automatically get $100 sailor loot, and I may throw in some additional bar tab or something, depending on the sailing. So if you want to book Virgin, I will share my link. You can book it directly there, and if you need assistance getting booked, I can definitely help you with that. Or booking any cruise, of course, feel free to reach out. But yes, so I will actually be back on Virgin in a couple weeks. So I will be on the 2 night sailing. Yeah, I'm not the ante up. Yeah, I'll remember that. So yeah, I'll be back on board for Resilient Lady in 2 weeks on the 23rd. That's actually Ron and I's anniversary. So we're going to be on board together for our first cruise together without the kids for a very short one. It's just always so hard for us to get away because our kids don't have any living grandparents. So it's hard to, get sitters or whatever. So we are going to be taking that quick cruise for our anniversary. Boss Mom says side to side prior to horizon relaxation. I've never sailed. Wondering if 13 days at sea would be too much for me. If you if you like ports, first off, let me say this: if you're trying to do a side to side with Virgin and Carnival, that might be a good idea because you're going to be so tired from Carnival that coming on here you're going to relax. There's a lot of times you can relax on this cruise. So I would say if you want to do a side by side, I wouldn't do two jam packed cruise lines. So that might be a good idea. But 13 days at sea, a Carnival sea day looks very much different than a a Virgin Voyages sea day. So you're gonna have a lot more sea day activities on Carnival versus this. So it'd be relaxation. Personally, me, I couldn't do that many sea days because I like port days. Port days are my favorite. If I had to choose port and sea day, it's gonna be a port day. Um, so yeah, so I mean, really just depends on what you want to do. If you like to relax, 13 days at sea could be a lot. Yeah, we'll see. Ron enjoys himself. He's probably more of a prude than I am. So we'll see. But he loves to people watch, so we'll see. I'm Fit Shamika. Welcome in. So it's glad to hear your take. Been trying to see if it's my fit of a cruise. Right now they have some really good rates, so I would say it doesn't hurt to, give them a try on like maybe one of their 4 night sailings. Scarlet Lady is operating 4 night sailings. Yeah, I would say give them a try on one of the shorter sailings. Uh, oh, you said it's not 13 sea days. Virgin is a 5 night. Oh yeah, you'll be fine with that. You'll be fine with that because your 5 night Virgin is going to probably have 2 ports. Your 8 night Horizon is probably going to have what 3 or 4 ports. Yeah, but some people just can't cruise that long. It's I on a 14-day cruise. I'd rather take a cruise, go home for a week or two, and then take another cruise. But I understand doing the side by sides or back to backs because of flights. What about for a couples cruise on Virgin? I I will join someone's couples cruise on Virgin. I won't host my own couples cruise on Virgin. I don't think I would ever host a group on Virgin, only because, like I said, I think it will require a lot more planning of me. Not that I don't want to plan those activities, but having to host a lot of events would kind of stress me out and wouldn't be enjoyable for me. But I would absolutely join someone's couples cruise on Virgin or group cruise. So, what about the spa? I have not been in the spa. Um, and that might be what I do. I might go check it out. Their spa treatments and things are quite expensive. So, like a massage, you're looking at almost $300 for a massage. Now, yesterday we went to Costa Maya. We were originally going to leave the port area and go get a $25 massage at the beach, but there's a spa called Mayan Ritual Healing something right there in port, and I've seen it so many times, and I just haven't gone over. Went over for $45 each, and it was deep tissue. It was so good. So we did that on the ship. Like the massages are pretty expensive, and I can tell you they're probably not as good as getting a cheap massage in Mexico. So I have not been in the spa yet, but I will go check it out. I do love a good thermal spa, and I think some of the videos I saw before it was kind of small. I heard they have like a ice pool or a pool like a really cold. I can't do that, so I think that's probably why I haven't been there. But I'll go check it out today. Hanging with the hordes, welcome in. That's a new name. I'll have to give you guys a follow. It says, hopeful creator question. If you continuously talk while music is in the background, will you still get a copyright strike? Thanks for your help. So it depends. This will probably get a copyright strike because it's been continuous. You can probably hear it really loud, which is fine because it's a live stream. A lot of revenue on live streams. On a regular video, I would do a voiceover. I wouldn't allow this to play in the background for 5 minutes because more than likely you're not necessarily a strike. You'll get a warning to say you have to replace the music, trim that section out for you, and if you don't, then you could get a copyright strike. Um, so yes, I'm kind of like Virgin is not the type of cruise line you're going to be able to vlog and walk around because there's music literally in every different section of the ship. So you're going to constantly have music. So a lot of my video will be voiceover to avoid that because I want to get paid off my videos. Like, yeah, I have to get paid because that's my YouTube revenue is a big part of my income. So live streams are different because live streams, a lot of people don't go back and watch, so they get a lot less views. So I'm not always concerned about live stream, but if this was a regular video, I would block it out. I would trim it out, or sometimes if you put music in the background and have that up a little bit, the system won't register this as a song that has a copyright. Lisa says, do the thermal spa pass because it's nice 3 hours. So they have a 3 hour pass. Is that what you're saying? I honestly haven't even looked into the thermal spa pass. I think I had enough thermal on Princess. I was on Princess in Holland, America. Um, and I have another cruise coming up. So I didn't look at it because I saw the initial, because a lot of things for Virgin you can't book till you get on board. So like the spa, you couldn't book until you got on board, and I just kind of got lost. I lost track of time getting on so late that the spa was like so far off my radar. But I probably will have some time to check it out today. What else? So yeah, so we'll see tomorrow if we make it to Bimini. If we do go to Bimini, the plan as of now is to go check out the which is Virgin's Beach Club. It's shared with other cruise lines, but when Virgin's there, it's exclusive for Virgin guests. I did highlight that the last time when I was there, but I plan to go. Cheryl wants to see it, and we probably will rent a golf cart and go to the local side, which is one of my favorite things to do in Bimini. So yeah, but I don't think we're gonna make it to Bimini, but we'll find out. It'll probably be another sea day. Um, so yeah, it's 10:45. Like I said, there's really nothing that I want to do until I think 12:30. So I'm probably gonna go back and sit in the hammock, get some work done. So yeah, but I appreciate you guys popping in for this impromptu chat about Virgin Voyages. If you have any other questions, feel free to drop those before I exit. But yeah, we'll see. Just continue to follow my stories because I have been sharing and posting um, pretty much everything that we're doing and what have you. I tried avocado toast today for the first time. Like, you've never had avocado toast? I have not. It's never sounded appealing to me. Um, Joe Marie is such a healthy eater, and she keeps asking, "Mom, can you make avocado toast?" I'm like, I don't even know what that is. So um, I had avocado toast at Razzle Dazzle, and it was delicious. It really was. Like, they seasoned the avocado. It was like an Asian style seasoning. So good. So try something new, which I think that's part of traveling, part of cruising, is being able to try something new. So I did enjoy that. But yes, travel with Will and Paul. Thanks for popping in. So it's good chatting with you. Enjoy your hammock time, guys. The hammock is definitely underrated. I was like, I'm not getting in no hammock, and I don't want a hammock on my balcony. But it's almost like it kind of forces you to get into it because of the balconies are a little bit larger than most cruise lines, but the hammock sits right there where one of the chairs. So it's like you're gonna have it rubbing up against you if you're sitting in one of the chairs. So I was like, I might as well just get in it, and I did, and yeah, I love it. Paul Warren says, I hope y'all make it a Bimini. Thank you for the time and info. Absolutely. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and exit out. If you guys can hit that like button on your way out, I appreciate it. But again, thank you for spending part of your Wednesday um, with me. Probably won't go live again, um, but I'll let you know. Maine, welcome, says, I really enjoy watching what you and your family are doing. Can you give me any advice on doing this type of content? How can I become a travel blogger, content creator? Are you getting sponsored for the cruises? Um, that's a loaded question. So you can become a travel blogger, content creator. It's not an application process. You just start posting your content and get a following, post quality content, and you're a content creator. There's no like job for it. There's no um, application for it. Just post your travel content. I do think people, especially nowadays, people are looking for information. So that's why I try to make my blogs more informative and also entertaining. So you have to figure out what type of style you want to have. There's some content creators that just kind of show what they're doing. Some people like that. But I'm feeling like more people want information now. So you got to figure out what type of content you want to share, what kind of content you want to post. Find something that you want to specialize in. I think it's harder when you're doing a lot of random content. So like for me, it's only cruises. I'm not doing like all inclusives and things like that. I do excursions and things like that that are connected to cruising. Um, they say, yeah, to become one, you just start a YouTube channel, start a social media platform, and just post. And eventually you'll get some traction, you'll get some followers, subscribers, you'll have companies possibly looking at your content. Speaking of companies, guys, I'll share this with you guys because you're live. I actually had oh my gosh, USA Today reach out to me yesterday. I did an interview with USA Today. Um, they reached out to me because of a post they saw on Instagram that I had just posted, and they wanted to get my take. They just wanted to interview me to ask me some very basic questions about cruising and about cruising being inclusive, and my recommendations for first-time cruisers. So that article will be out either later this week or next week. But yeah, people will take notice and reach out, or you can reach out to places. Um, So yeah, I would just say post quality content, figure out what it is that you want to focus on, see what people around you are looking, to know about what they want to see. For me, I'm within the cruising community, so I know the people that are watching me love cruising or they're interested in cruising. It also helps that I have a travel agency, so we own our own travel agency, which is cruise focus. Um, so it kind of goes hand in hand. I share information. I share vlogs. People book cruises through me because of that. So I get paid on the content creation side as well as my travel agency. I don't really push the travel agency so much on the content. It just kind of naturally people will reach out to ask about things. So yeah, figure out what it is that you want to focus on and do that. As far as being sponsored, I would not say start creating content to get sponsored, but that's a perk that could happen once you make it. But some people, I think, they start thinking that they start creating content because they want free things or they think things are free. You're going to put a lot more work in on the front end, and then eventually things will start flowing in, hopefully. But I mean, there's some content creators that aren't getting sponsored, aren't getting hosted, and they're putting in a lot of work. So don't go into it thinking you're going to get free this and that, because that may not happen. As far as us getting sponsored, we do get sponsored at times, and I always share that in the vlogs. We've partnered with Royal Caribbean, so like our Icon of the Seas, Utopia of the Seas, those things were sponsored. We're still working with MSC Cruises, Princess Cruises, so and some of that is them reaching out to me because they see the content. Some of it is me reaching out to them to ask because I have the content. So, yeah, so some things are sponsored, excursions, things like that. Some trips are sponsored, but not all of them. So it just depends. So again, that's a loaded question. I kind of talk about that in a couple other vlogs. So, yeah, but good luck on your journey if you're considering doing it. I do think we're getting to a point now where like the cruise community is starting to be overly saturated. Um, and I don't want this to come across the wrong way. I feel like there's a lot of people that um, have the intention on being content creators and sharing information, but it's so sporadic and it's so like, okay, I'm taking this one cruise this year, so I'm going to get out and I'm going to show my content. And now I'm a cruise vlogger or I'm a cruise blogger or a content creator. And I feel like you're going to have to be consistent to kind of get within that community that um, being able to say, yes, I'm a content creator, I'm a cruise vlogger. You have to be consistent. So not necessarily cruising as much as I am, because there's some that are consistent and they might only cruise 4 times a year. So just make sure that if this is what you're going to do, that you're committed to getting the content. You're going to have to commit to that in order to be successful and grow, get that following, and then eventually get those sponsorships. So if you're not, if you're not in a place where you can be consistent doing it, might be something to reconsider because doing it once won't get it. And I literally cruise lately. It's been at least twice a month. So, but again, I do it for multiple reasons. It's not just for the content. I do it for the travel agency side of things, because it all goes hand in hand and it helps me out a lot. But good luck on your journey. Landon C says, if you, okay, hear me out. If you want and not allergic, try their peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Surprisingly good. I will try it. I did see that. And I'm not allergic. I love peanut butter. In fact, we've had some really good peanut butter cookies last night. Life with the Thomas crew, welcome in. Absolutely. I'll have to follow you guys too. How did you like Razzle Dazzle? I didn't enjoy it. May have ordered the wrong thing. Not my favorite. It wasn't bad. I had it for breakfast. You really can't go wrong with scrambled eggs. So I had scrambled eggs. I did not like that bacon. The bacon was way too sticky. They have a specialty like smoked, sweet, spicy bacon. I didn't like it. Cheryl loved it though. It was too sticky for me. I didn't care for it. I would rate it a 5 out of 10. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't the best. It was probably one of my least favorites on Scarlet Lady. Now they had this razzle dazzle cake, and I think that had the potential to be a really good cake. My issue with a lot of the desserts and things they have, I feel like they refrigerate them and they don't cover them. And I am so like my a sense of smell and my sense of taste really are they're like strongly connected. So if I smell something, I can tell you what it tastes like, and if I taste something, I can tell you what it smells like. And so and it's weird, and I think there's other people like this. I can taste refrigeration, and so every dessert that I've had on board, I could taste that maybe they made them and they just stuck them in the cooler and they didn't cover them, and when it comes out, it tastes like a refrigerator to me. And that I know that sounds so weird, but that razzle dazzle cake will probably be one of the best cruise cakes I've had, but it just does not taste. It tastes like a refrigerator. So yeah, so it was okay. It wasn't my favorite though. Um, Lisa says, "Do you mentor?" Um, I do not, but I've been asked that question a lot. So I'm considering doing like a master class or just something to. I get a lot of people. That's like my number one question asked in my inbox. I get 4 to 5 questions a day about being your content creator, being your travel agent, and honestly, I just don't have the time to answer it all. So I'm not a mentor. If you reach out and ask me like a couple questions, usually I will answer. Um, but as far as like having like a mentor program, I don't have that. And honestly, it's not because I don't, because remember, I'm an educator by nature. I was a teacher, school principal. I'm an educator by nature. So I love to teach and talk to people about these things. I just honestly don't have the time at the moment, which is why I haven't mentored. But if you have any, free to message me and I do my best to answer those. Um, and honestly, I'm not the best to do it. There are so many amazing content creators out there that are doing the exact same thing as me, travel advisors, content creators on the same thing. So sometimes you can learn a lot by just watching, and then you'll kind of pick up on things. But welcome into everyone. Is it Talifka? World Destinations Travel LLC. Welcome in, welcome in. All right, so congrats and enjoy the rest of your cruise. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I was surprised when I got that. It was like USA Today. And I'm like, oh, well, that's kind of cool. I was on CNN before when there was a issue. When I was on Liberty of the Seas, they did an interview with me when they had to rescue some refugees. Um, Life with the Thomases. I didn't care for the bacon either. I still don't. It's not good. See, I'm not the only one. Landon C says I hate tasting. Yeah, it tastes like a refrigerator. I don't like that because I like the bacon at Razzle Dazzle. My favorite restaurant on board was Gumbe. Yeah, Gumbe was good. It's just too loud in there for me. They have music blasting, then you have your server and your cook talking, and then they're having you yell Gumbe. It was just a lot. Lisa T. Welcome and says, "Man, I know your top 3 cruises. I know you mentioned your favorite boats with brands, but just curious. I love taking your suggestions. Top 3 cruises. They all start running together, honestly. Um, I'm assuming you're talking ship, not actual cruise. I would say definitely Celebrity Ascent is still at the top. Um, oh my gosh. See, I have to like look at the list of ships I've been on to be able to tell you that because I can't remember what I've been on. Definitely Celebrity Ascent still at the top for me. I would probably say that is, I'll have to come back to that. I can't think of which cruises I've been on. If you're asking cruises, not cruise line, I will definitely tell you my top 3 cruises have been the ones that weren't in the Caribbean. My Greece trip is ranked number 1. My Mediterranean cruise is ranked number 2. So I was in Greece just last month or the month before. That's my top cruise. My second top cruise would be my Mediterranean cruise with my sisters, and then my third would be Alaska. So it would be all. I love the Caribbean, but I think I do it so much that it's it's like my backyard. um, but yeah, I would say Celebrity Ascent. Hmm. I did like Sun Princess. I did like that. There she is. You see her shirt? That's all we're gonna say about that. um, Celebrity Ascent, Sun Princess, and yeah, I don't know. I think I like different cruises for different reasons. But cruises overall, I would definitely say Greece, Mediterranean, Alaska. Thank you so much, Urses. Is it Urses? Miss Worrell, I appreciate you being here. Welcome in Together We Travel. Um, that's a good question, Lisa T. I'm gonna have to really reflect on that because if somebody asked me what are my top 3 cruises, I couldn't tell you. But I can tell you guys that I will be doing more of the Mediterranean and Greece next year, so stay tuned for that. All right, I am going to go ahead and close out. I appreciate you guys being here. Again, I probably won't go live before we get off. I might go live tomorrow if we don't make it to Bimini. We'll see. But I will have the next vlog out. Will be Sun Princess, the second day. That'll be out on Friday. Trying to switch it up. Yeah, the Caribbean is nice, and I'll be honest. There's so many ports in the Caribbean that I have to that I'm hoping to get